Hi guys! I'm figuring things out as I go. So, Tatiana is here. Well, obviously it's my channel. How are you? So, a small hack that is, I think, is a big deal on saving water in your toilet. Are you ready? Gonna turn around now and show you visually. So, if you still have one of these models hold on, that have this much water in it. Can you see the level of water in it? That's lots of water. It's like a good gallon, maybe gallon and a half water. And I went to the local, yeah, welcome to my bathroom in my apartment, huh? Exciting place to meet. I went to a place here in Chicago. It's like a museum, and they're about how you're connected to nature and things. And they're in a restroom area for men and women. There's small hacks on how to recycle better, what you can do at your home with small tweaks, whatever the word is, hacks, which the word is, small changes that give immediate results. And one of those was about the toilet. So what they said, hey, would you like to save water with the toilet? I'm like, yay, I always thought about it. I'm like, I could see how much drinkable water is being flushed down for nothing. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And hey, you can always go to the hardware store like Home Depot, whichever where you live in which country or city, and I froze for a moment. I'm like, maybe I need to translate it into languages of three, this video, as I go, for those who speak Ukrainian or Russian. But for right now, I'll stick to one language, so it's not confusing. So my point is, you can buy, of course, a new technological advanced toilet that's completely different design. But if you're not in a place to do it right now, you could care less about it. There are other things that are important to you. You're on the budget, or regardless, you got my drift, my flow. And you like me, you still care. And so they said what you could do, like where the water comes from into the bowl, toilet bowl here. I'm gonna lower the seats down. There's this thing, the basic, right? On my language, the word for this thing is bachok, the container that stores the water. And by the way, it's totally safe for those who never had to do this in your life, because nothing ever broke in here or so. Under the cover, you got, looks not that pretty, but that's just basically water with a mechanism that regulates the level of water. And this floating thing, I'm still holding the cap. Oh shit, don't break anything yet. I'm using one hand. Okay, here, every time you flush in here, see the flush? Yeah. It's connected to the tube. When you pull the flush, it raises up the tube and it takes out the water. And this thing here, it's a floating, like a ball part. It feels the level, how much water needs to collect every time from the plumbing in here, every time, again and again, right? So my point is, they shared, I'll demonstrate you for a second. This is just a rock. It's like a riverbed rock. You can have any shaped rocks. They said, put a bunch of rocks. It's up to you how many you're gonna choose, how much water you want to have in your in your toilet bowl. And I'm on a mission. I'm gonna go for a walk in my neighborhood and just collect rocks, or maybe go on the beach. There are lots of lake rocks. And I'm gonna just put some of these guys, like I did one right now. I had one at home just sitting there. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use it differently. And I'm not just decoration purpose, but actually, look how much water. You cannot see the perspective with the flat 2D video. But with 3D, my eye vision, I can see how much water it has. It's pretty much about, I think it's even like 2 gallons of water, actually, being just every time you pee a bit, 5 grams and 2 gallons of drinkable water is just drained into the mixed, waters under the city here. And then lots of other things are being dumped. So, like any chemicals from laundries and things, well, this thing doesn't have to consume this much water. It's not your laundry. So here's the rock. The first one comes in. I already placed it there. And I may continue this video with once I collect some more rocks. I'm doing this for the first time myself. I will share that part and you can see and see how it's gonna go experimentally. Okay, well, have a good day, and until then, bye. Wait, no, bye. But I may continue this thing because hey, this is like part 1, part 2, and collapse it in 2 pieces. Bye now. Don't judge me or judge me regardless of the quality of the videos. Hey, currently not a pro, just amateur video maker, but totally a scientist at heart and inspirational by nature person, individual I am. And I love, oh no, because I'm looking in the mirror and fixing my hair, of course. I love sharing things that I find interesting and useful. Ideally, if they're useful and interesting is the best, but not all things that are interesting are useful, and vice versa. Not all useful things are much fun. So you get the point. Here I am. Until then, take care. Love ya.